Is work for work, or can you practice for work? We're going to answer that question. Hey everyone, welcome back to another You're on the Clock episode. We're the hosts. My name is MJ.
My name is Adam.
And here we'd like to say, welcome again to another MJ and Adam show. We invite you to become our friend. Join this English conversation that we're having to improve your listening, learn some new phrases and words, and get a deeper feeling of English, because that's what it's all about. Not just studying through textbooks and going to like English class, but getting the feeling of English in your brain. Okay.
That's right.
Today's episode, everyone, we are talking about work is for work. Now, what does that mean exactly? Work is for work. I know when I'm working, I should be working. So what do you mean, MJ? Now, this is one that actually Adam brought to the table for this conversation. So I'll let him kind of explain how this idea came to be.
Actually, I was kind of, reading through forums like I sometimes do. And these forums are about people living in Japan, foreign people living in Japan, trying to understand, Japanese life, Japanese culture, Japanese society, by asking other people on the forum about certain situations in their life. So one person on this forum asked the question or said something about their work. They just started a new job and it's a very new industry for them. So, they finished their training and whatever, and they had a task to complete. And their boss asked them how the task was going. They replied,
"Yes, it's going great. There's still some things I don't understand yet, but I'm just going to practice and figure it out. And I'll get back to you once I understand and I'm able to do it."
And the boss got a little bit upset and told them that work is for work, not practice. When I read the situation, I was thinking, what do you mean work is for work? You spend so much time at your job. Shouldn't you be able to learn something or improve your skills? And shouldn't you be able to do that while you're working? Isn't that benefiting not just you, but the company as well? That's where the idea came from. We spend so much time at work, and sometimes companies don't really give you the opportunity to develop or grow your skill. You got to basically figure everything out on your own.
Right.
But a lot of the times to get better at something, you got to try new things. And if you try new things, you got to learn how to do it. So when do you expect to be able to do these things? And those are the questions that came to my mind hearing this. And this, a lot of people who were following up were agreeing with the boss, saying, yeah, you're on the company time. You're not allowed to practice at work. But I think it's the opposite. I think you should be allowed to practice things at work that you're not familiar with to be able to better yourself.
Depending on what the job type is or what is expected of you. I've seen plenty of job listings where they say, we're looking for people who want to grow, or we're looking for people who want to learn something new.
Right.
And the way I read that and I understand it is that you're going to be able to learn things there. People are going to be teaching you as you go. In this situation, maybe the office, the job that they were working at is like a clock where you are a cog, you are this piece in this clock to make everything work. So you have to know how to work. There's no trying to figure it out at this time, because we expect you, maybe from the resume or I don't know what, but we expect you to be able to be a professional once you get in. I could, there's not much backstory on that. Maybe the wording wasn't so great. If it was in English, I'm going to practice some more. That maybe doesn't sound so great. I'm going to try a few new things to see how it works. That might sound a little better to a boss or a manager, but I'm on the side of, I would rather work at a place that is going to help you improve. Therefore, you are going to be a stronger player in the team, in the company, to help the whole company get better.
Exactly. Some people did mention that it could be a matter of the boss, who I believe was Japanese, didn't understand the difference with the nuance of practice. I guess the person was probably saying they're not sure with confidence that they can do this task. So they're going to practice, meaning they're going to try different methods of achieving good results before they can submit something that is valuable or valid to the boss. Even in that scenario, I think that if a person is willing to give the time to get better at something before giving their final results or final paper, isn't that a good thing? Doesn't that mean the person takes pride in what they do and they don't want to give bad work, which in the long run will help the company because it's more accurate because you put in the work to get better at them. Like you were saying as well, though, they want a cog in the workplace, the thing that's not going to need any extra help.
Yeah, not slow down production.
Not slow down production. And maybe that's what a lot of companies want these days. But at the same time, we need time to adjust and get better.
Right.
A lot of people do, unless that's not what you're really interested in. But I think the person wanted to just prove to the company that they were a valuable employee by not submitting garbage work.
Right.
Yeah.
And that could also lie into the point of maybe Westerners could be a little more upfront of how they're doing, more real about oh, actually, that's going to take longer than I expected because I actually need to learn a few things to be able to do this, or it's not in my skill set 100%. So I'm going to need more time to make it, like you're saying, a good product or a good report that you can use instead of kind of being, wishy-washy about an answer, replying back okay, I'll do it. But then in the back of your mind, you get off the phone or the email is finished and you're like, oh my gosh, I got so much I got to do. I got to study how to do this because I really don't know what this means.
Right.
Do you hide it? I mean, that could just be personality too, not just Western people, of someone who would be upfront and telling the problem, or saying that just say yes and then figure it out on your own.
Don't tell anybody. Yeah. I think that's, something that's maybe common too, is you get in the place and you were hired because you're able to do a certain skill, but the company could have their own way of doing that same thing. And you did it a completely different way. I don't know, drawing a circle, for example. Many people have different ways to draw a circle, but they can still draw a circle. But if you go in a place that tells you, hey, draw a circle going counterclockwise, and you're used to drawing it clockwise, you're going to have to practice to get a good circle drawing it in the opposite direction of what you're used to. Who knows? Maybe it's something that situation as well. Just getting used to the company's rules or ways of working, where they don't allow you to work in the way you're used to. Who knows?
Overall, I am in the boat of quality. And I feel like in Japan, quality is a big thing. Quality is better, so that you should add a little more time before you give in your project, that report, to make sure that it's good, a good one.
And I'm on the side that if I'm spending time at a company, any place, I hope that they give me the time for self-development as well as helping the company grow as well. Because if I'm growing and company's growing and everybody's growing together, that's the number one best environment for me and probably a lot of other people as well.
Thank you all, everyone, for joining us. Let us know what you think about working during work or practicing during work in the comments down below. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want more.
Yeah, but that's it. We'll see you on the next step.